Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and today's video is going to be a little bit longer than normal. I have a lot to cover. We're going to talk about what you can expect for the Fed meeting on Wednesday, and I've also got over a dozen stock and crypto picks for you. So let's get into it! Okay, Wednesday afternoon, we are going to get the news that we've all been waiting for. The Federal Reserve is going to tell us what they are expected to do regarding both their tapering as well as their future interest rate increases. Now, whatever the Fed says on Wednesday, this could absolutely cause the markets to tank, or it could cause the markets to skyrocket. Now, nobody knows what the Fed is going to say. Right now, it looks like the markets are pretty much pricing in the worst case scenario. The markets are pricing in the Fed saying they're going to end their tapering by February, and they're going to start raising interest rates earlier than June. So if that happens and we get what the markets are expecting, we could see the markets either trade flat, possibly slightly up. If the Fed comes out and says, no, we're still not going to raise interest rates any earlier than June, that would actually be considered good news, and we could see the markets go up quite a bit on Wednesday and Thursday. On the other hand, if the Fed comes out and says we can't even wait till February, we're going to have to start raising interest rates sooner, we could see the markets absolutely tank. So really, whatever happens on Wednesday and Thursday is going to depend upon what the Fed says on Wednesday. Now, we don't know exactly the time that Jerome Powell is going to be speaking. He can speak anywhere from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. typically. The one thing I will let you know is that usually the speech that Jerome Powell gives is going to be released to the media a few hours early. And so if you just keep your eyes on CNBC and their breaking news, you'll find out what Jerome Powell is going to say before he even says it. So that's typically how I play it. You'll see the markets actually move up or down right when the CNBC releases the news, so you don't actually have to wait for the actual speech. So keep your eye on CNBC tomorrow, because I expect a major move in the markets on Wednesday and Thursday. I just don't know which direction. It all comes down to whatever the Fed says. Now, a lot of the selling that we saw on Monday and Tuesday was in anticipation of the Fed speaking. People just did not want to hold through the Fed speech because it's just so uncertain, and people could lose a lot of money if the markets tank. So that's kind of where we're at on that. So that's what you can expect for Wednesday. That's how to follow the news and stay up to tune on it. If you want some minute-by-minute, play-by-play information and details on stocks that you can buy and sell as the news is coming out, if you want to do a little day trading and make some money, then I do recommend you go sign up for the Lucrum Investing Discord. It's a great Discord. They've got over 60 analysts that do day trading over there, and they will really help you out, and they will help you make money on Wednesday. If you want to go check it out, I have a link in the description below for a 7-day free trial. Now, in other news, the Senate passed their debt ceiling increase. What's so ridiculous to me is just how late they spend trying to get the stuff passed. I mean, literally, they've had over a month to get this done, and they literally waited till the very last second with hours until the deadline. I don't understand why Congress does this. I just don't get it. But whatever, it's a moot point at this point. We knew this was going to happen. We knew they were going to get passed. I just don't get why they always wait till the last second. Now, you do need to be aware that Omicron is spreading faster than any other variant. Now, this could be a problem, because if the markets take a hold of this and they start selling off because of it, it could kill the Santa rally that we'd normally get in the last week of December. So just be aware of that and keep your eyes on this news. So far, it hasn't really been a big deal because this particular variant has been very mild, and it's just not causing the death rate like we've seen with some of the other variants. The problem, though, is that this could cause an overload in the hospitals where there just aren't enough beds to take care of all the patients. In fact, I'm already seeing this in my hometown, where there just aren't enough beds, and some of our hospitals are having to send patients away to other hospitals because they literally just don't have enough beds for everybody. So this could end up being a problem if the hospitals get overwhelmed. What's going to end up happening is governors and states are going to have to start shutting down again to help slow the spread, and that could hurt the economy, and of course, which in turn could also cause the stock market to go down. So keep your eye out on this, because even though it's a mild variant, just the fact that it's more contagious than any other variant we've seen, it could cause the stock market to go down. And on a side note, I just want to give a shout out to my brother from another mother, Stephen Curry, who just broke the NBA career three-point record. He has 2,974 three-pointers. That's almost 3,000 three-pointers. That is crazy. So congratulations to Stephen Curry for breaking that record. And hopefully you're going to break records with me. I really hope that you and I in 2022 can smash every investment record we've had and we can make more money than we've ever made before. We're going to go for it. So let's get into the stock picks. For those of you guys who are new to this channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for some large investment banks, and now I analyze stocks for you. Every day I spend hours and hours and hours watching videos from the top finance channels, and then I consolidate all of their stock picks into a single video. I give you both the cliff notes on their stock picks as well as my analysis on their stock picks. Now, if anything I talk about today piques your interest, make sure you listen to who I say talked about that stock and then go watch their video to get the full details on what they said. Now, all I ask for putting all of this together for you guys is that you hit that like button, subscribe, and follow the page so that you can get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. Alright, before we get into our stock and crypto picks, I do want to remind you that I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I talk about today is a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold. These are just my opinions which may or may not be accurate. Please do your own research before investing in any asset. If you're wondering what you're looking at right now, this is the Webull desktop app. Webull is the app that I use for my trading, and it is also the app that I use in all of my videos. If you'd like to get 5 free stocks worth up to $8,300, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $1, Webull will send you 5 free stocks worth up to $8,300. Now, that is a limited time offer. It does end on December 23rd, so you only have a few days left to take advantage of that offer, so make sure you get your deposit in before the offer expires. All right, let's get into today's stock and crypto picks. And first up is DOGE. This is Dogecoin. DOGE ran up over 20% on Tuesday after Elon Musk sent out a tweet. Apparently, Tesla will be making some Dogecoin merchandise that will only be buyable with Dogecoin. Tom Nash thinks this merchandise is going to sell out in 30 seconds. I'm just amazed at the power of a single person to raise the price of a crypto by 20% just by sending out a single tweet. Man, I wish I had that power. Now, I have no idea if DOGE will rebound now that Elon is talking about it again, or Tuesday was just a fluke and it will continue falling. Technically, we are at a long-lasting support level that goes back to early this year, and the MACD did just form a golden cross. So at least technically, it looks like DOGE is at the bottom. And next up is SHIB. This is Shiba Inu. Keen and Grace gave an update on a lot of news that came out about SHIB recently. First, SHIB was listed on Spain's largest crypto exchange, Bit2Me. Second, there were 2 large transactions on SHIB in the last 24 hours. One was a buy for nearly $10 million worth of SHIB, and there was a sell for just over $6 million worth of SHIB. Now, there was also a purchase more recently than that for $4.2 million worth of SHIB yesterday. So some whales think SHIB will go up, and some think it will go down. Technically, SHIB is still trading flat, although it is trending down. We're still looking for a breakout on SHIB, which we haven't gotten yet. Now, fundamentally, the use case for SHIB continues to grow. GameStop, Nordstrom, Lowe's, Petco, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Ulta Beauty are all now accepting SHIB. And now onto our stock picks, and first up is AVTBF. This is Avant Brands, and they're a Canadian MMJ company. Jeremy with Financial Education said he thinks AVTBF will outperform the market over the next 3 to 5 years. AVTBF has great year-over-year revenue growth, but the quarterly revenue growth hasn't been consistent. Now you can see how AVTBF has been severely beat down over the past few months and is now a falling knife. It is also cheap with a price to sales ratio of 4. That said, technically it really doesn't have any support until it gets down to 11 cents. So while AVTBF might outperform the market in the long term, in the short term it is very risky, and I would definitely wait for AVTBF to bottom out and start rebounding before I bought in. Next up is HIMS. This is Hims and Hers Health. They're a direct-to-consumer telehealth company. Back in September, Tom Nash reviewed HIMS and said he likes the company for its growth potential, and he gave it an $11 price target. The stock is now down 36% from the point Tom Nash analyzed it. And now Jeremy with Financial Education has jumped on board and listed HIMS as one of the best stocks to buy now for a long-term hold. Fundamentally, HIMS is at a very early stage. They only have 3 quarters worth of sales. The good news is that sales have continued to increase each quarter. Now, because this is such a new company, I'm going to take a look at tip ranks to get an idea where analysts think HIMS will be 1 year from now. And according to tip ranks, the average analyst 1-year price target is $9.50, which represents a 72% upside potential from Tuesday's closing price. By the way, if you want to get access to tip ranks, it's completely free. And if you want to upgrade to a paid version, I do have a 10% discount code in the description of this video. Now, technically, HIMS is a falling knife. We'll have to see the share price close above the 100-day EMA to get confirmation of a rebound. Jeremy with Financial Education has not bought in yet, and I agree with Jeremy that it's probably best to wait for HIMS to bottom out before buying in. Next up is HNST. This is Honest Company. They're an ethical consumer goods company founded by Jessica Alba. Jeremy with Financial Education thinks HNST will outperform the market over the next 3 to 5 years. HNST is expected to become profitable in 2023 and to see significant profits in 2024. They continue to grow revenue, but the revenue growth has been quite slow for a growth company, and that's why we're seeing the share price fall. HNST has unfortunately been a falling knife since the day it IPO'd. It consistently bounces off the 50-day EMA before continuing lower. So confirmation of a rebound in HNST will be when the candles start closing above the 50-day EMA, since that has never happened in the history of the company. Next up is LCID. This is Lucid Group, and they're an American EV manufacturer. LCID was one of the only EV stocks to rise in price on Tuesday. Despite that, ZipTrader still doesn't think LCID is at a buy at the current price, and he thinks you'll be able to buy LCID below $30 if you are patient. Longer term, though, LCID is working to move beyond the luxury car market, and they are planning to get their average vehicle price down from $169,000 to $70,000 by the end of next year. Even longer term than that, LCID is hoping to create smaller battery packs that will in turn lead to less expensive cars. In fact, they hope to sell their technology to other car manufacturers, which will in turn allow another manufacturer to produce a $25,000 EV within the next 3 to 4 years. And this isn't just a pipe dream. Other manufacturers have already approached Lucid to license Lucid's technology. The fact is, Lucid has the best battery in the market right now, and other companies want Lucid's battery technology. Next up is LOCO. This is El Pollo Loco. They're a fast food chicken company similar to KFC. Jeremy with Financial Education thinks LOCO will outperform the market over the next 3 years. While they have low growth, they are profitable. Jeremy is really looking at LOCO as a buyout opportunity. Since Del Taco was just bought out by Jack in the Box, Jeremy thinks someone like KFC will buy out LOCO. And normally when a company gets bought out, the shares are purchased at a premium, which often generates a 30% or higher return for holders of the stock when the deal is announced. Next up is OTLY. This is OTLY, and they're a plant-based foods company with a focus on oatmeal. Jeremy with Financial Education thinks OTLY is another stock that will outperform the market over the next 3 to 5 years. OTLY is seeing great revenue growth, with revenues growing by about 50% year over year each quarter. Despite that, OTLY continues to be a falling knife. Now, I will let you know that the price to sales ratio is still high at 11.52, so I would definitely wait for OTLY to bottom out and show signs of a rebound before buying in. Because OTLY consistently bounces off of the 50-day EMA, I would consider a few closes above the 50-day EMA confirmation of a rebound. And next up is PLNHF. This is Planet 13, and they're an MMJ retailer. Jeremy with Financial Education also thinks PLNHF will outperform the market over the next 3 to 5 years. PLNHF is seeing massive growth, with revenues increasing anywhere from 20 to 200% year over year each quarter. But like most growth stocks, PLNHF continues to fall. The price to sales ratio is down to 6.78, so this is approaching value stock territory, although it's not quite there yet. PLNHF will reach value stock territory when the price to sales ratio drops down to 4, and PLNHF would have to get down to a share price of $1.85 in order for that to happen. Technically, PLNHF remains a falling knife, so I would definitely wait for confirmation of a rebound before buying in. And next up is PRPL. This is Purple Innovations, and they're a manufacturer of mattresses, pillows, and more. Jeremy with Financial Education said Purple is a company that has had a lot of issues over the past year with declining sales and internal management issues. That caused the stock price to drop significantly. Back in January, PRPL was trading at $41. Today, it's down to $9. And if you look at the chart, it remains a falling knife. I do want to point out something technically with PRPL. You'll notice how back on November 10th, PRPL hit oversold territory in the RSI, but it did not rebound. It continued to fall, and it remains in oversold territory in the RSI to this day. That's why you don't always want to buy the dip. You should be waiting for stocks to turn around and show confirmation of a rebound before buying in. If you had purchased PRPL on November 10th, you would be down 37% over the past month. So this is a great example of why you do not always want to go out and just buy the dip. Wait for confirmation of a rebound before buying in. Now, long term, Jeremy with Financial Education thinks Purple will be very competitive. They have a strong brand, and Jeremy thinks PRPL will beat the market over the next 3 years. Next up is SDC. This is Smile Direct Club, and they're a manufacturer of teeth straightening aligners. They are also a direct competitor to Invisalign. Jeremy with Financial Education said SDC is another company that he thinks will outperform the market in the next 3 to 5 years. Now, the SDC share price has been destroyed over the past few months, and for good reason. They saw an 18% decline in year-over-year revenue last quarter. The last thing you want to see from a growth company is declining revenues. And further, SDC provided poor guidance for the next few quarters in a row. So SDC will need some time before it starts to turn around. That said, if you look 1 year out, the price to sales ratio is below 1, which makes SDC cheap from a long-term perspective. I like the idea of dollar cost averaging into SDC, but I wouldn't dump a whole lot of money into it right now because it remains a falling knife technically, and over the past few weeks it has consistently reached new all-time lows each day. Next up is TTCF. This is Tattooed Chef. They are a plant-based foods company. Jeremy with Financial Education said TTCF is his highest conviction play. He has over $1 million invested in TTCF. Jeremy thinks the plant-based food space is going to grow massively over the next few years, and TTCF specifically is expanding their SKUs and getting into a lot of additional food categories. Jeremy with Financial Education said this is a massive growth company in a massive growth category. And that's why he thinks TTCF will grow massively over the next 3 to 5 years. Now, in the short term, TTCF is holding its long-term support line for now, although it is falling slightly below it. Just looking historically, now is a great time to buy into TTCF. But technically, TTCF is still bearish with no confirmation of a rebound yet. TTCF is also heavily shorted with a nearly 100% utilization, a massive 38% short interest, and 11 days to cover. This stock will massively short squeeze at one point, and when it does, we could see TTCF go up 10x in price in a very short period of time. That's right, TTCF could jump from $16 to $160 in just a few short days if it short squeezes. So there are a lot of reasons to buy TTCF. Just keep in mind that technically it does remain bearish. And the last stock we're going to talk about today is VYGVF. This is Voyager Digital. They're a crypto exchange similar to Coinbase. Jeremy with Financial Education thinks VYGVF will outperform the market over the next few years. The reason is because VYGVF plans to expand beyond a cryptocurrency exchange and branch out into other financial service areas such as stock brokerage, credit cards, and other banking products. In other words, they're trying to become the next SoFi. If you look at their growth over the past few quarters, it has been massive. My only concern with VYGVF is that the share price is still a little high fundamentally. VYGVF is also technically bearish right now, although it's not entirely a falling knife. It does have some support levels coming up at around $11 and $9. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and get a lot out of it. Comment down below what your favorite stock pick is. And I do want to let you know that today is going to be the last full video that I'm going to have for this week. Unfortunately, I do have to report for jury duty tomorrow, so I will not have the full videos out on Thursday and Friday. They're just going to be the market recaps without the stock picks, but I will at least update you on the market to let you know what to expect and prepare for. Now, if you are looking for a broker to trade with, I do recommend Webull. Webull is offering a promotion right now where they give you 5 free stocks worth up to $8,300. All you have to do is sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $1, and you're going to get 5 free stocks worth up to $8,300. Now, if you're not a U.S. resident, or if you're looking to trade OTC penny stocks, or if you just don't like payment for order flow, then I recommend Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers is a great trading platform. They have highly discounted trading throughout the world, and again, both Webull and Interactive Brokers both offer the full pre-market and after hours trading from 4 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, finally, I do want to remind you that I have material connections with both of those, so whenever you sign up for either one, not only are you getting a great broker to trade with, you're also helping me to produce these great videos. Now, I do want to remind you to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow the page if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you tomorrow.